Hey there guys, it's me, Mr. Grumpy, and today, this is going to be an important video. This is going to be a fairly important video, and, it's basically going to be something I kind of already announced before in one of my update videos, where I was basically returning to YouTube, and, I'm basically just going to be doing this video just because, well, this is going to be a little bit more serious, there's not going to be, because in that update video where I returned to YouTube, there was a lot of craziness and all that, and just a lot of other people got involved, and but this time I just want to kind of make this a little bit more official, you know what I mean? And just real quick, yes, Amanda Sunshine's right here, and I think she's just gonna be there. And so you want to say hi? Yeah, she says hello. Yeah, and is everything going well? Oh yeah, and she's asking me if everything's going well with me as well, and yeah, everything's going pretty well. Yeah, I'm just doing a video right now, and if you don't mind, yeah, I am gonna film this. So if you kind of mind being filmed, then I'll move somewhere else. Sorry, but if you don't mind, okay, yeah, she says she doesn't mind. Okay then, all right, well then, I'll talk to you later. All right then, but anyways, yeah, so I guess she's right there. So anyways, basically, what I'm gonna be talking about is. I'm basically going to be talking about Mcjuggernuggets, and now you might be thinking, oh, well, like you're still on about him, like, aren't you going to get over him at some point? And, well, you see, here's the thing, and like I said, you probably already saw this, but, like I said, this is kind of going to be a little bit more official, so, anyways, look, basically, you know how I've been wanting to see Mcjuggernuggets for such a long time, you know how at first, like back in late 2017, like back in the fall of 2017 and all that, or something like that, I think it was. Well, anyways, it was back in that time where I was really, really pissed off at Jesse, and the reasons were because of his Isaac character, and basically due to the fact that it wasn't just that, just the fact that he was kind of being an asshole to his family, to his friends, and not just an asshole, but like kind of being controlling as well. And, he still does that today, and it still does kind of piss me off a little bit, but, not as much as it used to. But, anyways, basically back in those days, I used to be really mad at Jessica. When I first saw, how he acted towards his family and all that, even, and especially what he did to his mom that one time, and yes, I still remember that. I'm pretty sure you guys understand I'm pretty sure you guys know what I'm talking about there, back in actually, I think it was about, well, I don't know, depending on when this video comes out, I think almost exactly 3 years ago from today was when Isaac kidnapped his mom, took her all the way to Atlantic City, put a knife up to her, pretty much was physically abusing her, stuff like that. That alone made me really mad at him. But it wasn't until later on, when he continued to act like that way, when he was apparently supposed to be normal, was when I got mad at him. And basically, I've been ranting and raving about him for the past few years, for as long as that's been going on for. I've been saying, how I've been wanting to see Jesse and all that, and how, I've attempted many different times to see him as well. One time being, actually going out to his house, to confront him there, only to find out that my grandpa didn't want to take any chances of getting into trouble with police and all that, so we just only passed by the house, and then we just sort of went back home. Then I believe the second time, or I know a second time actually, was when I found some phone numbers that were apparently his family members' phone numbers, like his Aunt Melissa, Uncle Larry, and Aunt Jackie. Basically, that was kind of like a second attempt to try to see Jesse, but that didn't really go so well. I actually made some videos of where I attempted to try to call them, and didn't really go so well. And one of them actually did answer, which was Aunt Jackie's phone number. Somebody actually did answer. I'm not sure if it was Jesse's Uncle Chuck, because it sounded a lot like him. I might show you that clip in a minute. You know what? Maybe I'll show you that clip right now, and maybe you guys will be able to tell. This was actually this was supposed to be a series, sort of, okay? And this is actually kind of a behind-the-scenes footage, but screw it, I'm gonna spoil it. I'm just gonna show this one little clip just real quick, and this is basically from a behind-the-scenes video that was supposed to happen, after I confront Jesse. But let me just show you that right now. I hope you enjoy. Hey there, guys, it's me, Mr. Gummy again, and this ain't behind-the-scenes video. Well, this is like a part 2 of it, and Now this is gonna be. I'm gonna attempt to call Aunt Jackie. I have a feeling she's probably not gonna answer either.
Hello.
Hello. Who is this I'm talking to?
Who are you looking for?
Well, I'm looking for a lady named Aunt Jackie.
You got the wrong number.
Oh, yeah, probably. Okay, well that was weird. Alright, so basically you saw the clip, and yeah, I'll tell you, like as soon as somebody answered the phone, I was really shocked. Like after that, just that little bit of talking I did with that person, I was just in shock, and I was frozen basically. Like what you just saw in that clip there. I was basically frozen in shock because I was surprised. Two other people I tried to call didn't answer, yet this person did. And I don't know, just let me know in the comment section if you think that person was Jesse's Uncle Chuck. And Benson actually tried to call this guy again, and sure enough, he answers again. And he even asked if he knows a guy named Jesse Ridgway. And the guy just sort of hangs up, so who knows? I mean, like I said, it sort of sounded like Chuck in some ways, Jesse's Uncle Chuck. And for those who don't know who he is, he's the husband of Aunt Jackie. But basically, that was the only 2 times I talked to him. So and also, yeah, and the first time I remember, I asked him if he knew a guy named Aunt Jackie, and he said you got the wrong number, as you saw in the clip there. So yeah, anyways, it was just kind of awkward, and then second time I was a little bit hesitant to call him, but I did. That was never shown on footage, but anyways, so basically, my point there is, first time I went straight to Jesse's house, only to be turned down the offer because my grandpa was just too nervous to and didn't want to get in trouble. Second time was trying to call one of his family members, but that didn't particularly go so well, and then when I did get an answer, well, you pretty much know what happened there. And the third time when I attempted to see Jesse was when he did his My Virtual Escape concert thing over in New York City, which is actually not taking place in New York City. It was taking place in Nyack, New York, about 30 miles away from New York City. And I'm talking about 30 miles more north from New York City. So in total, this place was over 100 miles away from where we lived. And so because of that, my grandpa was not so keen on driving all the way over there just to see a concert and just so I could meet Jesse. And, he was thinking of maybe getting a bus over there, like me taking a bus, but I was thinking that would be too complicated there. So we decided that it just wasn't going to happen. It would just be too complicated, too much traffic. And like going into New York City, there's a lot of traffic. It's very busy over there. So yeah, that's pretty much put the kibosh on that. And then I believe the fourth attempt was when, and I wasn't there, was when Chef Passy and Cody, and for those who don't know who Chef Passy is, he's a chef, and he's actually right here. Right here, see, he's right there. Wait, what's going on? Nothing. Don't worry about it. But anyways, there was this one time actually where Chef Passy and Cody went over to this burger place in Cherry Hill to get something to eat with my grandpa, and guess what happened? Lance Stewart came in, the YouTuber Lance Stewart. He actually came in, and during that time frame, I known him for about 3 months, not personally, but like through YouTube. And funny enough, I actually get to see that guy. This is a creator talking actually. I actually got to see Lance Stewart in person for the first time, and I was really shocked to see it. Like at first, I saw these guys outside, and I'm thinking, they kind of look like some rowdy kids in some ways. And then when they got inside the restaurant, I'm thinking, that girl kind of looks like familiar. She kind of looks like Lance's girlfriend in some ways. And sure enough, when they get closer, that's when I realized that's the real guy. And you want to know something crazier? He actually sits next to me. Not him himself. His girlfriend actually sits next to me. They sit in the table next to ours. So we actually got to talk to him for a little bit. And while I did ask him some questions about Jesse, like, maybe if I could get his phone number off of him and all. Basically, I tried to get Jesse's phone number off of him. And unfortunately, that didn't go so well. He never gave it to me just because for privacy reasons. And also, I did mention him at that time when I tried to go to Jesse's house, and forgot exactly what his reaction to that was. But yeah. Anyways, so Lance Stewart basically trying to see him, and that didn't go. It went well. I just didn't get too much info from him, just because I guess just for personal and private reasons. So and then there was actually a fifth time I was trying to see Jesse. Was the fifth I don't think that sounded right. Let me try again. The fifth time when I attempted to see Jesse was actually through this one friend that I have. And this friend is, well, Dustin. And for those who don't know who he is, I actually made some videos about him. I was talking about how I was actually going to try to get some info from him and how maybe he could get me Jesse's phone number and all that. And you see, because apparently he knows Lance Stewart and Mcjuggernuggets personally. As you know, and if you don't know what I mean, I actually made a video about that last year talking about that, and I'll maybe put the link in the description. But basically, I tried to get Dustin to see if he could get me Jesse's phone number, and I actually even attempted to do a video with him. Like actually maybe with me, Mr. Grumpy. I actually tried to do a video with him. See if I could question him getting Jesse's phone number off of that, only for things did not go as planned. You see, during that day we were going to the movies, and he was very kind of when me and Mr. Grumpy got to see him. I noticed that Dustin was a little bit weird. He did some weird things. He got some characters, and did some weird things to them, and and I tried to videotape him. I turned on the camera, and he was like, "Oh no, don't do that!" Get it out of my face. I think he was kind of playfully doing that, and so I would have asked him, and you see, the other thing was I was too nervous to ask if I could videotape with him because because of how he acted a little bit. And this is not to talk bad about you, Dustin. In case you see this video, this isn't talking bad about you. I was just saying, I was just a little bit nervous just because of how he was a little bit. I just didn't know how he would feel. I was just afraid that he would kind of partially reject it. You know what I mean? So basically, to top things off, I never did a video with Dustin. We never got a video. We basically just hung out and all that. And there was actually 2 times, maybe 3 times, where I attempted to do a video with Dustin to get Jesse's phone number and all that. And unfortunately, it never worked. I never was able to get any info off of Dustin. So basically, my point is, and I know it's a lot of explanation. I know that was a lot I said there. Basically, with all that being said, all those attempts, all 5 of those attempts, like basically just to recap, first attempt trying to go to Jesse's house, that failed due to my grandpa's paranoia of the police being called. Second attempt, okay, let me try again. Take 2. First attempt of trying to see Mcjuggernuggets failed because of my grandpa's being nervous of the fact that the police could be calling us. Second attempt was when I actually got Jesse's family's phone numbers. But that didn't really go so well. I wasn't able to get an answer from 2 of them, and then when I got an answer from 1, it didn't really go that well. Third attempt was Jesse's concert, was Jesse's big show, big My Virtual Escape show in Nyack, New York. That didn't go well. That actually never happened because, like I said, Nyack, New York is over 100 miles away from where I live. So that was out of the question. Fourth attempt was when the creator saw Lance Stewart in person at a restaurant, and when he tried to get a phone number off of him, he never said anything, just for private and personal reasons, so that failed. And then the 5th attempt was this Dustin kid, trying to get some information off of him, trying to get Jesse's phone number off of him, maybe even trying to do a video off of him. And you see, what I had planned there was I was going to see Dustin, and then maybe Dustin can get me transferred to Lance Stewart, and then Lance Stewart can get me transferred to Jesse. And I know it sounds like a lot there, and you're probably wondering how that would work, but I don't really want to get into that just because it's a lot to explain. But basically, those 5 attempts right there has gotten me to realize that, you know what? I'm done. I'm just done wanting to see Jesse, or at least I'm just done wanting to do videos about Jesse. In fact, I think I'm just done wanting to see Jesse. And I wish there was a better way for me to put this, but basically, I'm done. I'm just done wanting to see Jesse now, and this is coming from me, Mr. Grumpy, and also sort of the creator as well. I'm just done seeing Jesse, just because for those reasons right there, those 5 attempts of trying to see Jesse and being put down because of it, I think it's just got me to realize that it's probably not going to happen anytime soon, or it probably may never happen. Even though Jesse does live in South Jersey, and also actually there's one more reason why I don't really want to see Jesse as much. It's because he moved out. He moved out of his mom and dad's house. I was almost about to give away the address, so thank God I didn't. I mean, it's pretty much already out there, but he pretty much, pretty much that reason there, the sixth reason, hold on. The sixth reason why I didn't see Jesse was because he moved out of his house. He moved out of his mom and dad's house, and that was over a year ago when he did that. But at first, I was thinking maybe I would be able to see him at his new house, but then I realized, you know what? That was pretty much that. I don't think that was the final reason. I think the final reason why I just didn't want to see him was just because I just got less interested. I think, just seeing how he isn't as much of an asshole as he used to be. Well, I do still see him act like an asshole sometimes, but basically, I just don't get as mad at him as I used to be. Although sometimes when I still watch those past videos of how he acted back in the past, sometimes I will still get a little bit pissed off at him. But I think just because of that, I just sort of lost my interest in wanting to see Jesse. And like I said, those 5 reasons, which was trying to go to Jesse's house, trying to call Jesse's family members, trying to go to Jesse's live event show in New York, trying to get information out of Lance Stewart, trying to get information out of Dustin, and the fact that Jesse moved out of his house were pretty much those reasons why I just don't feel as confident in seeing Jesse anymore as I used to. Maybe confidence not the right word, but here, I'm going to get up for a second because I feel like I just need to move around. But basically, those reasons right there are pretty much the reasons for why I just sort of quit seeing Jesse. Just because it just kind of brought me down a little bit. And, and also just because and also another reason, you could say a 7th reason why, is because, well, the creator has a lot of other stuff happening. Like with college and all that, and even though he's pretty much done that, he finished that like a couple days ago on Friday. Yeah, basically he finished that now, but even finishing that up, I mean, this is only his first year. I just think just because, and also because there's pandemic going on, there's a whole bunch of reasons for why I can't see Jesse. But I think all those reasons combined, the pandemic, college, and all those attempts of trying to see Jesse, pretty much all combined, all those reasons combined, is giving me a reason to not see Jesse as much as I used to anymore. Or at least, if I ever do, I'm probably not going to videotape it. Because, like, I do have a GoPro and all that. And actually, the reason why I got a GoPro was so that the creator can attach it on his hands and use both of his hands to, physically fight Jesse. But I think just because of a lot of things that's going on and so many chances I had that I did have to see Jesse is pretty much gone now. It's just disappeared. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is, and like I said, again, this is coming from me, Mr. Grumpy, and the creator. And now you're probably wondering, like, how does Benson and Mordecai and all the other guys that want to see Mcjuggernuggets family members, how do they all feel? Well, as you saw in the update video, Benson actually is no longer interested in seeing Psycho Dead. Mordecai's no longer interested in seeing Jeffrey, and the Brooklyn guy is no longer interested in seeing Uncle Larry. Well, I don't know about the Brooklyn guy. I think I heard that he might still want to see Uncle Larry just because I think of some videos that he saw of Uncle Larry lately, but I'm not going to get into that. But I think pretty much all those attempts, I think just a lot of, thinking of how many characters that we'd have to bring, to do this, I think it'd just be a lot, you know what I mean? It'd just be a lot of stress, a lot of pressure, a lot going on, basically, you know what I mean? Like, it would just be too much. That's just a lot there. That's just a lot to ask right there. You know what I mean? I know that if I told that to the past me, that really wanted to see Jesse, he'd probably be really disappointed. And I'm sure there's going to be a lot of you guys saying, oh, well, we knew that this was going to happen. We knew that you were going to, quit at some point. But, I mean, you guys got to give me some credit. I mean, I went this long without quitting, but I think just because I tried so many times, I just kind of lost hope. I just don't think it's going to happen anytime soon. And like I said, if it does happen, if the creator does get his chance to see Jesse, I think it's going to be clear that Mr. Grumpy, I'm not going to come along, and I don't think the camera's going to be coming along either. Maybe you might record a little bit of it, but I don't think it's going to be anything that you guys will expect. Okay? Like, I don't think it's going to be anything crazy. There's not going to be any fights or anything, I don't know. We'll have to see what the creator thinks. I mean, but in terms of here, series-wise, I think I'm done. We're done with this series, okay? You know how I made a playlist called Takeover Series? That was supposed to be turned into Mcjuggernuggets collab series after I confront Jesse. But because I'm done seeing Jesse now, I think I'm gonna be done with the Takeover series. You know what I'm saying? I think I might still add new videos to the Takeover series. This might be, I might add new videos to the Takeover series, but, well, who knows? Who knows? But, well, anyways, I think I'm just done. I think I'm just done with this series, This is supposed to be a series, Basically going, and it went for so long, I've waited for so long, and, all this stuff that's happened, and I don't know how else to put it, you guys. I think basically, just to sum it up, I'm just done seeing Jesse. I'm done wanting to see Jesse, okay? I'm just no longer as interested as I used to be, because, like I said, just a lot going on, and so many attempts at trying to see him, and there would probably be plenty of reasons for why I shouldn't see him, so, yeah, so I'm pretty much done with Jesse. I'm pretty much done with him, and this is legit. Like, I'm legit done with him, okay? And you're not going to be pretty much seeing me talking about him anymore. You're not going to be seeing me talking shit about him anymore. You're not going to see me, ranting, raving about him like you used to see me, I mean, we were all ready. I was ready, but I think just because of, like I said, just because of so many attempts and all these problems that are happening right now, and also with the riots as well, I mean, I think those are maybe starting to simmer down. I don't hear them as much as I did. That's been happening for like the past few weeks. But just a lot going on are the reasons why. Just because there's so much going on are the reasons why I don't want to see Jesse as much as I used to. And you want to know something else, you guys? There was another YouTuber that somebody else had planned to see. And this was a YouTuber that Chef Hassie had planned to see. And you want to know who that YouTuber was? You mind if I tell him, Chef Hassie? Chef Hassie? Yeah, go ahead, tell them. Okay. Basically, this other YouTuber that Chef Hassie was planning to see was keeping on the camera, Michael Green. And we don't know. We heard that it might still happen, although Chef Hassie may not come, the creator just might do it himself. But basically, and I know this is somewhat unrelated to what to Mcjuggernuggets, but you see, Michael Green, he was another YouTuber that the creator was kind of pissed off at because, and this is for kind of different reasons. The reasons there was because of the clickbait and the lies and just basically how Michael acts in general, or basically the reasons why the creator kind of wanted to see Michael Green and sort of confront him about it. But I think just because of the same amount of reasons, like we didn't have so many attempts to see Michael Green, it wasn't because of that, but I think just because of so much going on, and also the fact that Michael Green lives over hundreds and hundreds of miles away. He lives in South Carolina, and I live in New Jersey. That alone pretty much brings the conclusion that it's probably not going to happen anytime soon. The only way I could probably see Michael is if he's in South Jersey, somewhere close, relatively close by, or maybe even in Philadelphia or somewhere, maybe even New York City. Although, like I said before, New York City kind of gets crowded, so, I have a feeling that I'm not going to be able to see him there, but anyways, there was a lot of YouTubers that the creator wanted to see using very specific characters. I was going to be the one to confront Jesse. Chef Hassie was going to be the one to confront keeping on the camera. And you want to know something else? Bowser. See Bowser down there? Do you mind if I tell him something real quick? Yeah, sure, go ahead. Basically, Bowser, see, before Angry Grandpa died, and I know we might have announced this kind of a couple of times already, but back before Angry Grandpa died, Bowser was actually really keen on going over to South Carolina to confront Angry Grandpa because, well, for the obvious reasons, he had anger issues and was destroying stuff and yelling at people and all that. But unfortunately, when it got close to his death, everybody was kind of starting to lose. Everybody was trying to stay optimistic. Bowser especially was trying to stay optimistic that Angry Grandpa would be able to get better in time for him to see him. But unfortunately, basically, because Angry Grandpa died, Bowser sort of lost, pretty much gave Bowser a reason to not go to South Carolina because Angry Grandpa died. When Angry Grandpa was pretty much the main person that Bowser was going to confront, and you see you see our videos where Bowser and Angry Grandpa pretty much have arguments and fights a lot. It was kind of Bowser. I think Bowser was kind of hoping that it would be something like that. I mean, I don't know how it would have went, but I guess now we're never going to know because, well, Angry Grandpa died. So yeah, so it's 19 minutes long. This video is 19 minutes long. It may be longer though because, like I said, of that extra clip that I have to add. But yeah. So there was just a lot of YouTube. There was a couple of YouTubers that the creator just wanted to see using very specific characters. And just maybe one more that I might want to mention. Well, two more maybe. Tony Tornado. Who isn't as big as Mcjuggernuggets that can be on the camera, but isn't our YouTuber. You might also know him as Crazy Boyfriend. I'll put all these YouTubers in the description below, maybe, or something like that. But basically, Tony Tornado, the creator kind of had his heart set into confronting Tony Tornado. And you want to know why he wanted to confront Tony Tornado? Like I said, for those who don't know, he used to be known as Crazy Boyfriend. And you want to know why he was known as Crazy Boyfriend? Well, it's kind of explained. The name explains itself. He was crazy. He screamed and yelled at his girlfriend, his ex-girlfriend, and his sister. He was very disrespectful towards them. He would yell at them. He would destroy their stuff. He had anger issues. All right. He pretty much had he had issues. Okay, and the creator was mad at him, and he wanted to confront Tony Tornado, but I think just because, pretty much the obvious reason why that won't happen, because of the fact that Tony Tornado lives all the way in Las Vegas, Nevada, which is thousands of miles west from here, you would basically have to fly over there. And I mean, I guess you could drive, but that would take days. That would take days to do that. So, anyway, so that was pretty much out of the question. And then I don't know who's going to be used. I think Benson was going to be the one to confront Tony Tornado. I don't know, because I know Benson can yell pretty loud. Either that or Mario. I don't know. Like, it would have had to been one of them, but I think we're pretty much done with that. I think that's pretty much the lost cause. I don't follow Tony Tornado as much as I used to now because his videos just aren't as entertaining, although I did follow his recent videos where he finally shows his new girlfriend, but, I'm not going to give away too much there for those who might know him, just don't want to give any spoilers. But, and then one last YouTuber that we wanted to confront was Violet First. And for those who don't know who she is, she basically has a son named William, who is very spoiled, and we actually had a William character over here at one time, but I think he got torn up. I think he died, about a year or two ago. But anyways, we were actually set on confronting Violet First, and, well, basically the character that we had to confront William was this character from Super Mario Logan named Jeffy. And Jeffy is this kid who's got some special needs and kind of is destructive in his own way and screams and yells and cusses a lot and all that, though not as much as he used to. But basically, we were going to use Jeffy to confront William because, well, they're pretty much very similar. They have a lot of similarities, and I'm sure it would have been a pretty intense fight if they had confronted each other. But unfortunately, just because I haven't seen too much activity from Violet First since like freaking December 2018, pretty much because I haven't seen too much activity from that channel since December 2018, I think that pretty much gave me the reason to not see Violet First. And also, like, since I really don't know where their exact address is, and I know it sounds kind of weird, but see, the thing about Mcjuggernuggets that could be on the camera is, and this might sound creepy, but I actually know their addresses. I actually know their exact addresses. So, because it's been leaked out, people have, I guess, somehow found out where they live. And so that's pretty much the reason why it would have been a little bit easier to see Mcjuggernuggets that can be on the camera, because I know where exactly they live. But I think just because, some reasons of probably getting into trouble and all that, and for all the other reasons I explained, I just don't think I want to see him as much. Maybe someday the creator might do it, and he might, videotape it with his phone. And, if he does, we'll probably put it out on YouTube, but basically, I know I'm getting off track, you guys. I'm sorry if I'm making this video a lot longer than it should be, but basically, just to conclude this video, everything I explained here, in conclusion, basically, I'm done seeing Mcjuggernuggets, and pretty much I think the career is just done wanting to see a lot of these YouTubers. Except maybe sometime, like I said, I don't know, just depends what he does. But us characters, me, Chef Hassy, I can't really speak for everybody, but I think I can speak for a lot of people. Me, Chef Hassy, obviously Bowser, because, well, his person to confront is dead. Benson, Mordecai, possibly the Brooklyn guy. Speaking for everybody around here, we pretty much have settled that we are just no longer going to confront these YouTubers and the people that are close to these YouTubers, like family members and friends and stuff. Because, well, for those reasons. It would just be too complicated. We had so many times to see this one particular YouTuber, which is Mcjuggernuggets, and, just all this stuff that's going on right now. And a lot of that just kind of brought me down, and that's basically where I came to the conclusion that I just don't want to see them anymore. So, anyways, so I'm sorry if this is a really long video, you guys. I wanted to try to make this short and simple, but, just because there's a lot to explain, I feel like I had to explain a lot for you guys to fully understand what I mean. So, anyways, so I'm gonna stop this video now, and I hope you guys enjoyed it. And don't forget to like and subscribe. And like I said, I don't know when this video is gonna come out. Maybe I'm gonna try to get that out as soon as possible. But anyways, yeah. Well, anyways, like I said, I hope you enjoyed this video. And yeah, that basically is it. I'm just done with Mcjuggernuggets. I'm just done. I just don't have as much interest in seeing him as I used to. And like I said, a lot of you guys probably wouldn't even care. I'm sure, because a lot of people don't really view my videos so much. So I'm sure a lot of people don't even give a shit. And for those that do, probably knew that this was coming. But hey, it is what it is. Like I said, it probably wouldn't have been just a lot. And also, I think one last reason why is since the creator can't drive on his own now, he still currently doesn't have a license. Because of that, pretty much is another reason why we're not going to see these guys, is because the creator still doesn't have his license yet, and we're not sure exactly when he's going to be comfortable enough to get it, because I know that he's a little bit nervous, about driving and all that, because there is a lot of people out there that kind of drive recklessly. But we'll see what happens. I'm sure he'll probably get his license, and even if he does, I'm sure he probably does not want to see these guys anytime soon. So I don't know. We'll have to see. I can't speak for the creator, but anyways, yeah. So I'm gonna end this video now. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and yeah, that was a lot said. Yeah, Mr. Grumpy, that really was a lot said. Yeah, can I help you, Bowser? Oh, no, not really. I just wanted to see how you're doing, and, if the video's going well. Yeah, it's going pretty well. Yeah, it's going pretty well. Okay, then. Well, I'm glad it is, and, yeah, just like you said, yeah, pretty much the reason, because of Amy Grandpa's death, that pretty much gives me the reason for why I don't want to see him. And you see, Chef Hassy was kind of going to carry on the legacy of confronting Kid behind the camera, but I think just because of how many years we've waited and all that, and also because of what Kid behind the camera said in some videos, like what he would do to people if they just unexpectedly came to his house, I think that's pretty much gave us the reasons for why we don't want to go to South Carolina, especially, and also because South Carolina is really, really far. So, well, especially Somerville, South Carolina. But anyways, yeah. So that's pretty much the reasons there. So anyways, I'll let you go now. I'll let you off your video, and I'll let you guys hang out. Hey, Amanda. Yes, you said hello. All right then. I like to say and talk, but I'm gonna go now. Okay, so I'll see you guys later. Come on, Chef Hassy. Okay. Yeah. See you guys later. Yeah. I was gonna carry just one quick thing. Maybe I was gonna carry on the legacy for Bowser, because, like I said, since Amy Grandpa died, pretty much Bowser's chances of seeing Amy Grandpa pretty much died. But I was gonna carry on the legacy, but I think as of around the same time when Mr. Grumpy didn't want to see Mcjuggernuggets, that pretty much gave me a reason for why I don't want to see a kid behind the camera. So I know I pretty much just repeated what Bowser said, but I just thought I'd just give you my view. All right. Well, that's pretty good. Yeah. It's pretty good to give your insight. All right, thank you. All right, see you later. All right, bye. All right, come on. Yeah. Ow. All right, then. Well, I'm going to end this video. Like I said, don't forget to like and subscribe. And yeah, I really hope you enjoyed this video. And I'm gonna end it off now. All right then. So anyways, you want to say goodbye to everybody? All right. She says goodbye, and she says have a good one, everybody. And oh yeah, and she hopes that everybody is staying safe. Basically, just to sum it up, she says, you know, have a good day, everybody, and stay safe. You know, because there's just a lot going on. I think I think this pandemic is pretty much toning down now, but still, just stay safe. Right, Amanda? Mm-hmm. All right then. Well, anyways, yeah, so, all right, well, I'm gonna head out now. All right then. See you guys later. You can cover the lens. All right, goodbye.